I love what it teaches beyond the wins and losses. I love the perseverance that it teaches. I love that every single one of our guys that didn't get what they want, got their hearts ripped out, they're ready to go back to work, and they're putting it on themselves. And we need more of that in this world. I can tell you that right now. What I love about this sport more than anything, and I think there's some things that it teaches, and if anybody doesn't love wrestling after this weekend and you were at that tournament, something's really wrong with you. If you don't have a kid and you're not thinking about getting them into wrestling, I tell you, you need to rethink it because of what it teaches. I mean, I think they're doing a great job now of really showing with some of those deer wrestling things that they're talking about, and some of these guys are writing about what wrestling's done for them. If you don't want that for your son, I tell you what, or daughter, something's wrong. Because when it talks about perseverance, it talks about putting the ownership on myself. Talk about, you lose and then you have to go back out there, or you just lose the national title and your teammate wins and you're running out there and you're giving him a hug. It's more than you. It's bigger than you. And I think we need more of that. And that's what this sport teaches, and that's why I love coaching this sport. And I tell you what, I saw it out of our guys this weekend. I saw it out of every one of them. Even though they lost, they were still there at the session. They were still there in the back. Even though we only had one guy Saturday morning, every guy was there with him and sitting there talking and joking and getting him ready for his match. So they stuck together as a team. They embodied being bigger than themselves. And then when we had our talk on Saturday night, we have a get together, and even if you don't feel like celebrating, you still celebrate. Because those guys put an immense amount of work. They sacrificed for this team. They represented UNI at the highest level and did it really well. So we're still going to celebrate that even if we're disappointed. And we're still going to get up and talk, and we're going to thank our fans and family. We're going to thank the people that have been there, and we're going to thank even the losses because that's what makes you grow. And I heard a lot of guys talk about the fires burning. I heard a lot of guys talk about that, hey, you know what, when we get to Pittsburgh, we're going to feel a lot different. And the key with that is, what are we going to do between now and then? I mean, that's absolutely the key of how we don't feel that way. Is there any guarantees in it? Absolutely not. But I love that our guys, even with no guarantees, they're still going to put their heart into it, every bit of it. And, man, that makes you courageous. That's why I love the sport.